Life, it seems, is never as easy as we hope. A Monster Calls, starring Lewis MacDougall, Felicity Jones, Sigourney Weaver, Liam Neeson, Toby Kebbell, and directed by J.A. Bayona, who will also be directing the upcoming sequel to Jurassic World. A Monster Calls is a story about a young man, or older boy, Connor, who is trying to cope with his dying mother, played by Felicity Jones. This tragedy causes him to call on a fictitious monster, who comes to tell him 3 stories. Connor wants the monster to save his mother, but in the end, this isn't what the monster is sent to help Connor with. The film is sad, but shows how the power of story, art, and imagination can help you cope with a loss. Anyone who has dealt with death, and specifically for someone who was taken too soon, can relate to this movie. The performances are all great. Lewis MacDougall stands out as the child actor, who holds the screen the vast majority of the film. His performance is understated, but it has the reactions you would expect of a 12-year-old. Having a boy this exact age, I very much saw my son and how he reacted to situations. It's a risk to put so much focus on an unproven talent to carry a film, but MacDougall does a great job, and hopefully he will get looked at for more roles in the future. I was expecting more screen time from Felicity Jones, and the small amount of screen time isn't due to what you think. What time she does have on screen is both emotional and impactful, and very well done. I wonder if the film's promotion got pushed down because of her role in Rogue One. It could be why there is minimal buzz on this film coming into award season. Sigourney Weaver is excellent as the prim and proper grandma, and has some truly heartfelt moments. What was strange for me in A Monster Calls is that I connected or related to almost all of the characters. Connor because he was losing his mother, and losing her before her time. The grandma because she was losing a child, and I can only imagine the pain of this loss. And then the mother, because having children and leaving them before they grow up is also a big fear. The film isn't a happy look at life, but it is a fantastic take on coping with grief, and some deep, dark truths loss forces us to face. The relatable characters drive home the main points of the story, and through empathy or sympathy, you can relate to their loss and what they are feeling. The film isn't one you can watch over and over, but it is a movie I could watch again. A big reason for the possible repeat viewings is Bayona's direction and the animation of the monster. Bayona does a great job of shooting from the child's perspective throughout the course of the movie. We see everything from Connor's point of view. The camera is always looking up at the adults, and if he isn't paying attention at school, the teacher is muffled and you don't understand what they are talking about. Bayona does the most to make you feel like you were in Connor's head, without using any voiceover, and he succeeds. The animation of the monster and Liam Neeson's voice are perfect. I love the look of the monster and just how seamlessly he blended into the surroundings of the world. A few times I wondered if they were using CG at all, and if it was just a practical effect. The stories the monster tells are well animated, and I enjoyed the switch to the 2D look during the film to illustrate the tales. The stories are good fables and fit into the narrative of the film and the overall theme of the movie. Watching this film and Bayona's use of CG and how he told the story have increased my hopes for the sequel to Jurassic World. The only slight negative I have for the film is the inclusion of the bully storyline and forcing Connor to deal with this along with the loss of his mother. I don't think this story element was needed, and while the monster played a role in helping stand up to the bully, it just feels tacked on. I would have much preferred the story focus more on Connor's relationship with his father, and have the monster help with this instead of focusing on the bully. Toby Kebbell does a good job as the father, but it seems much of his role might have been cut out, for time or for another reason. Maybe the book the film is based on has more of the father's story. This isn't to say the confrontation with the bully was poorly done. It wasn't. It just isn't needed to serve the story overall. A Monster Calls is a sad movie, but at the same time it is also deeply satisfying. If you want to handle a movie dealing with loss, then I would say this movie is worth seeing, especially if you're a parent. It is at the very least worth watching on rental if you don't make it out to the theaters to see it. The animation of the monster alone is worth checking out, but the story is what holds the movie together. I wish this film would have gotten more of an awards push, because it deserves more praise. Comment and let me know if you have seen A Monster Calls, or if you want to see it, or what your favorite voiceover work done by Liam Neeson is. It's hard to beat his portrayal as Aslan. Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.